What is going on, guys? This is All Gaming with my review of Kill La Kill episode 5, and holy crap, what episode this was. So it starts off with this new character rolling into town called Tsumugu, and so he actually, arrived on top of the school gate, and he had this sniper, and we all know what that's a reference to. But with this sniper, he's aiming at Ryoko, and I thought that he was gonna shoot her and start a fight with her then. But out of nowhere, this Guardian Club appears, and they're upset because Tsumugu was stopping all over their flowers. And I was just thinking, like, how come this guy had a 2-star Goku uniform when it's just a gardening club? But yet the Trap Master, Maiko, in the last episode, she was still part of the committee, and yet she didn't have one. So the Guardian Club, his uniform lets him create these plants out of nowhere. And at first it was pretty cool, but obviously it wasn't going to work on Tsumugu. And he easily, defeats them all. And it seems that this guy has a habit of always offering 2 pieces of advice to whoever he fights depending on their situation. So after he easily, made work of this guy, we go to Ryoko that just broke into some kind of lab, and we just see another weird guy that also had the uniform, and he was the leader of the biology club. And we just like everybody in the club was like one of Frankenstein monsters. Like they had their brain showing, and like half of their face was like just bone. And this club was like definitely freaky, but they took Marco prisoner, and of course Ryoko, wiped them out like they were nothing. I will admit that I would like to see more of like a real fight between them, because we hardly saw what this guy, uniform could do, because Ryoko just made, such quick work of them. So, after the battle, we see Ryoko and Mako, Mako's about to eat, but out of nowhere, she is just shot with all these needles, and that's when Ryoko has her first encounter with Tsumugu. And their first battle, it went over pretty quick because Ryoko couldn't transform, and Tsumugu easily, overpowered her and won their battle. But of course, before he could do any real damage to her, he was like shot in the hand, and he let her go for now. So I was like wondering, like, why did he do that? But it seems Ryoko's teacher, I forgot his name, but him and Tsumugu have this past together. And so, like, this guy really hates all these uniforms, and he hates and he hates those silly uniforms as well. And I was wondering, like, why was that? And luckily, they do tell us, because it seems that somebody that he loved was consumed by, their uniform completely. And so I'm guessing he lost the love of his life, and that's why he became like that. So now Ryoko, she's kind of scared because we saw her we saw her the next day shaking in fear, because even her uniform, what's it called, Senketsu, like, we're asking her about that. So now, like, to me, I find that a little odd. Like, how come, like, why is she scared of this guy when she can fight Sasuke, who was our top villain here, with no problem? Like, to me, that right there was kind of odd. But I mean, this guy is, a force to be reckoned with, so it did make sense, in some ways. But this guy just had, like, this guy was like literally a one-man army. He had all these rockets, he had like guns, but his signature weapon was this needle gun, and these needles were like made of a special alloy that can sever the connection between, a regular person and the uniform they're wearing. So even though at first, like, Ryoko was taking all these needles and wasn't really, blocking them off, we did see it had some effect. And then out of nowhere, like, these other clubs start getting involved. And when I saw that Kabuto club, I was just laughing my ass off, because I am a huge fan of the other series called Chihaya Furi or Furu, whatever it's called. And it's like a Kabuto anime. And to me, that right there was so funny to me, I couldn't help but laugh. But we see that this girl, who was the head of the marching band, she has been with Sasuke the longest, so like she had like all this stuff planned out. and we just see Ryoko trying to get away, and at one point we just see all these students, you know, like with the garden club, and the Kabuto club, they were like hanging from the ceiling in the school because Tsumugu, you know, just got them all. So now Tsumugu have been able, you know, to defeat Ryoko, because we see at one point in the bathroom, you know, she went back to normal because she could not maintain her transformed state, and I got like really worried at that point. But then Senseku, he was like actually defending her, and when all seemed to be lost, Mako appeared out of nowhere, and she gave this nice little speech, but it definitely had, you know, a lot of fan service as well. And just when you thought that like Mako character would have a, you know, a time to shine, that's when a comedy came in there, because she only, you know, appeared in that scene was because she had to clean the other girl's bathroom. So now that Seketsu has come to life and Tsumugu actually, you know, heard him, he kind of got like a little scared, I guess, because we could just see that he was like shaking up when he heard the uniform talking, because he didn't think that they were actually alive and, you know, they could have a bond with each other. So now now that marching band leader girl, she appeared out of nowhere, because this was like all part of her plan, and she studied their fight, but it was like mainly to study Tsumugu. And so just when they about to take Ryoko, he kind of came to her side because he saved her with a grenade that he like left behind and caused this explosion. So of course Ryoko, when she finally came to, because she like blacked out, she was like worried at first, but she was wearing Senketsu, and then we just see Tsumugu and the teacher, you know, talking again about his debt being repaid, and now he's gonna give her a chance, but as soon as he sees something goes wrong, that's when he's gonna come back. And I really hope he does come back, because his character was freaking awesome. I actually liked the episode a lot more than like episode 4. I think this one was a lot better, at least to me. I definitely enjoyed it quite a bit. But as always, guys, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because that really helps me out. But as always, you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time.